Hey guys, welcome back. This is where I left you off before. We had just did the snowboard mini game. We crashed, and depending on what path you took, depends on on where you're going to be exactly. So if you took the path that I took, this is where you'll be. If you took a different path, I don't know. You might want to do it over. Anyway, you are on a time limit right now, so I did a little research before I did this video. You can only be out here a certain amount of time before you pass out. Now, when you're in a battle or when you're in the menu, that does not count as time towards you passing out. So that's a good thing because now you can follow the exact path that I take. However, I would suggest watching this before you actually do it, because I kind of screwed up a little bit. So as you can see, I started off taking the right path, which you're supposed to do, but I forgot the mine source. So go get the mine source first before moving right, like I am now. Hopefully you'll be able to get the Alexander materia before you pass out. I actually got to the screen where it was at, and I passed out right in front of it. You'll see here in a second. So anyway, we go right, we grab the mine source, we go right, we head up here, we grab the potion. So we're going to get everything in here, so don't worry. But yeah, like I said, there were some times where I got a little confused, and so I was trying to look at this map on which way I should go, and I was wasting valuable time because I wasn't in the menu either when I was looking at it. So had I just gone, I probably would have got there in time. But unfortunately I passed out right before getting the Alexander materia, which is actually that's like the main prize for getting through all this stuff. It's the best item you can get in this area. It's pretty complicated to get there. That's the thing is, you know, not only are you on a time limit, this place is kind of confusing in certain areas. But I'm gonna get you guys there. Don't worry about it. So we're going to first head up and to the left. It's going to take us to this screen here. This is a little bit confusing. As you can see, I'm not moving, so here's where I'm wasting time. But you're going to want to jump onto this first you know, snow rock thing, whatever. And as you can see, when you jump on one, some of them go low, some of them go high. The big ones are the only ones you can jump on, and you have to go in a certain pattern or else you'll get trapped and you'll fall, you'll have to start over. So you'll want to take this exact path that I'm taking to get across to the other side. Alright, so we get across, and for our reward we're going to get into this cave, and for our troubles we get the safety bit, which is an accessory. Now we have to head back, and unfortunately we have to take a different path to get back. Same rules apply. If you don't go the right way, you'll fall and you'll have to start over. It kind of sucks, but just take this exact path and you will get back across. Now that we are back across, we are going to not go the same way we came from, but there's another pathway right here to the right. If you ever get confused too, you can always press select. It'll show you where all the exits are on the screen. Now we get to this tree. We're going to want to take a right. I screwed up and went left a little bit, so there was more time that I wasted. So be sure to go right when you see that single tree there. Now if you see this area, you're on the right track. Okay, so these chicks, whatever, you want to be sure to steal from them. I did not realize this until recently, but you can get what's called a circlet. It's an accessory. It is an awesome accessory, especially at this point in the game. It's like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's like plus 30 spirit, plus 20 magic or something like that for your stats, which is pretty high for anything that you have. I think right now you just have like the power vest, the Chocobo ring. It's like dexterity 10, power 10. This is like plus 30 and plus 20 for two different things. So anytime you fight one of these girls, steal from them. You will get a circlet. It'll be worth it, promise you. And I would suggest giving the steal materia to whoever has the ribbon. That way, if she casts fascination, you can still steal. See, I had Tifa with steal, and Cloud has the ribbon, so unfortunately I didn't get one then. I did eventually get some, but that's the best way to do it. Now here on this pathway, somewhere I missed the added cut materia. I think right there is where I passed it. So be sure to grab it there. That way you don't have to watch actually the end part of this video, because it's just me going back and grabbing it. So there is an added cut materia on that pathway. Once we get to this screen, you just noticed I bent down. There's a hot spring there. It'll ask you if you want to touch it. Hit yes. You have to touch it in order to get the Alexander materia that we are going after. And we're just going to keep following the path. And now it's going to take us to kind of what looks like the world map. And we can't see anything ahead of us though, so you hit circle or the OK button and you plant these landmarks. So all we're going to do is go straight, make a straight line, and then as soon as the wind blows and your screen starts to turn, just stop. Make sure you're going still in a straight line. You're going to see this cave here. We're going to go to the cave, and we're going to get our all materia. There's nothing else in it. We can leave. And then once you get out, you're going to head directly to the right in a straight line. Same thing applies. If the wind starts blowing, just stop. Wait till it rotates. Make sure you're still going straight. Keep laying down the landmarks. Okay, so this is the screen that you want to be on, and if you look, I passed out. The cave was right there, and in that cave is where you get the Alexander materia. So if you go exactly the way I just did without stopping, you should be able to make it, and then that way you won't have to go back. Unfortunately, I passed out, so I'm gonna have to go back. If you pass out too, don't worry, you can just follow the path that I'm about to take back and you'll still get everything. So this guy is going to explain how when we progress to the next part of the story, which will be in the next episode, he's just telling you how to prepare for that because it's extremely cold. Obviously, you just realize that you passed out from the cold. So he's telling you a story. You'll want to save for sure, and then we're going to head back out there. Alright, we just saved, we left. Now, if you look, I'm kind of going diagonally to the left from where I started. We did miss one other thing besides the Alexander materia, and that's what I'm going to get first. So, regardless, you're probably, if you want everything, you'll want to come back. We're gonna go get an elixir. However, there is a glitch where you can get infinite elixirs, which I'm going to show you here in a second. Okay, if you ever come across these guys here, I highly suggest just to use magic on them. They have one of the highest evasive percentages in the game for anyone that you will ever face for physical damage. So the only way really to damage them is with magic. You can occasionally hit them, but it takes forever. It's not worth the time. Just hit them with Trine like I did real quick. You'll be done. Alright, once you get into this area, head into this cave. Now you'll see here there's an elixir. Now there's a glitch where you can get unlimited elixirs. So where it says received elixir, do not press circle. See, I didn't do the glitch. But when it says received elixir, don't press circle. You can actually move, and all you have to do is run out of the cave, and not only will you get an elixir, when you go back in, it'll still be there again. Because you know, whenever you grab an item, you press circle to close the message and the item disappears. Well, they messed up during their programming and they forgot to... Usually when you grab an item you can't move, but in this one case you can move. So when you hit circle, it'll say receive elixir. Just run out of the cave, you'll get an elixir, you run back in, the elixir will still be there. But if you do what I did and hit circle twice to close the message, it'll be gone, you won't get any more. So if you want unlimited elixirs, that is where you can do it. From what I heard, you can get around 20 to 30 before you end up passing out. So once we exit, we're going to head dead right. Don't make any other movements, just right. And then you'll notice we get to that cave that we were at earlier. I'm going to go inside just because it lines us up. So I'm going to go in and go out, and now I'm lined up like I was before. And I'm going to head right, just like I did before, because we were so close to getting Alexander. It was the right way to go, we just didn't make it in time. Alright, now we got back to this area. We're going to head into the cave this time. We're not going to pass out, and we're going to talk to this lady here. For some reason, she has a serious problem with the hot spring and you touching it. So now she wants to fight you. And if you notice, it's one of those girls again. Same rules apply. Steal from her. Try and get a circlet. Unfortunately, the same thing happened to me here. I tried stealing, didn't work, and then she cast Fascination on Tifa, so I wasn't able to steal anymore. But same thing, anytime you fight one of these people, try and steal from it so you can get a circlet. This fight isn't very hard. Even though it makes it seem like it's a boss fight, I'm pretty sure she is exactly the same as the other enemies that you fight that look just like her. Beta is probably going to be your strongest spell against her, being that it's fire. So you kill her and then she drops Alexander. I would suggest equipping it right away because it does require a lot of AP to level up, so you might as well start as soon as possible. So after that, that's everything. So if you grab the added cut like I showed you where it was, you should be all set, and hopefully you got to that cave in time and you can get Alexander and then pass out and you'll be done. I unfortunately forgot that one item, so this is me going back just to get that added cut. So if you went the exact pathway and grabbed the added cut where I showed you, I'm pretty sure that's where it is. You should be good to go because that's the last item that we have to get. So this is just me running back and grabbing it. So in our next episode, it's going to be us going up the cliffs, and we're going to get some pretty rare items. So until then, I will see you guys later.